Healer. On the outside, he looks completely harmless. But what if I told you he's actually a villain? Or even worse, that he might play the biggest villain role in the entire show. I know what you're thinking. Nah. Healer was just a normal character. But trust me, if you watch this video all the way through without skipping, by the end you'll believe he's not. And the last point is the craziest one. It will 100% convince you. Before we start, let's see who wins this battle between Saja boys and Huntrix girls. If you're a Saja boy fan, pop that like button like a soda. And if you're a Huntrix fan, take down the subscribe button and show how it's done. And if you can't choose because you love them both, just do both. Subscribe and like. Number 1. Healer Han isn't just a normal doctor. He clearly has supernatural powers. Remember when the Huntrix went to his clinic? He didn't ask a single question, just one deep look, and he already knew their exact problem. No checkups, no tools, nothing. That's not human ability, that's demonic power. It proves Han is more than he appears, and possibly a demon in disguise. Number 2. Now here's where things get even darker. When Rumi lost her voice, Healer Han gave her a drink.
Tonics are ready!
Claiming it was medicine that would heal her. But later...
Okay, Tonics. Let's do this. What?
It turned out that drink wasn't medicine at all. It was just grape juice. Think about that for a second. Why would a doctor lie to his patient like that? A real healer wants their patients to recover. But Han didn't want to help Rumi from the start. Giving her fake medicine proves he had another plan. It shows that his role as a doctor is only to cover his real identity, which is he is a demon. Now this part is where things start to get really suspicious. When the Huntrix went to Healer Han's clinic to fix Rumi's voice, there's a moment before Han even arrives. Rumi is looking at the wall and she notices something strange pictures. At first, they look like normal photos. But when you look closer, most of them are actually the Saja boys. And here's the crazy part. There's even a picture of Han with them. But pay attention. In these photos, the Saja boys still have their normal black hair. This means these pictures were taken before they even turned into demons. So here's the big question. How on earth did Healer Han know them back then? And it gets even crazier. In one picture, he is with baby Saja. Not just that. Also in this picture, he's standing with Romance, Abby, Mystery, and Jinnu. Jinnu, I repeat, Jinnu. Jinnu is literally over 400 years old. So how could Healer Han possibly know him before he became a demon? The only logical answer is that Han himself is immortal too, or at least a demon who's been alive for centuries, just like Jinnu. At this point, the evidence are too strong. The photos alone expose that Han is hiding a massive secret, and there's no way out of these allegations. Oh, and hey, if you've made it this far into the video, you're clearly enjoying the theory if you didn't crash the like button till now, so what are you waiting for? Click that like button right now. Done? Alright, let's continue. Let's go back to that same scene in Healer Han's clinic, when Rumi is looking at the pictures. If you look closely, there's a hidden detail most people miss. On every Saja boy's part of the photo, there's a strange sign. At first, it might look normal, but if you remember Jinnu's backstory, it suddenly makes sense. In the demon contract, you have to sign your name. And that's exactly what Jinnu did. He signed the contract and became a demon. So if each Saja boy in that photo has their own sign, it means they all signed the contract too, selling their souls to Gwima in order to become demons. But here's where it gets even crazier. If you look carefully, Healer Han has the exact same kind of sign too. That means one of two things. Either Han himself already sold his soul, or even worse, he's the one collecting the signatures. Think about it. What if Han isn't just another victim, but the one responsible for signing in new members, including the Saja boys? That would make him not just suspicious, but directly tied to the rise of Gwima's demons. Now let's step outside the story for a second, because even the casting of Healer Han points to him being the villain. His voice actor is Daniel Day Kim. At first you might think that has nothing to do with it, but it actually does. Why? Because Daniel Day Kim is famous for playing villains. He was the Fire Lord in the live-action Avatar, Mr. Negative in Spider-Man, the villain in Hellboy. And even in Lost, he carried that dark energy. This man rarely ever plays a harmless side character. So why would he suddenly take a small background role with barely any screen time in Kpop Demon Hunters? It doesn't add up. The more logical answer is that his character, Healer Han, will eventually get way more screen time on the next parts, and it'll be as the main villain. Right after the Soda Pop performance, the Saja boys go viral. Suddenly, everybody's copying the dance. But here's the weird part. We see Healer Han himself doing the moves. Now think about this. The performance just happened like an hour ago, and already Han is perfectly dancing to their song? That doesn't add up. The only way this makes sense is if Han already knew what song the Saja boys would perform. Otherwise, how would he learn the dance instantly? And let's be real. Why would a grown doctor even care about recording himself for a brand new idol trend? That's not random. That's connection. This moment is basically telling us Healer Han isn't just some outsider. He's tied in way too close with the Saja boys. And that closeness is exactly the kind of thing you'd expect from the main villain hiding in plain sight. Here's something that almost no one is talking about, but once you hear it, you won't be able to unsee it. In most animated movies and shows, when the evil is finally defeated, the ending always makes sure to show every single character who appeared, even the minor ones with barely any screen time. It's like a final roll call of everyone who was part of the story. But in Kpop Demon Hunters, something very strange happens. After defeated and everything went fine, we couldn't see Healer Han ever again. Coincidence? I don't think so. This actually sets up one of the craziest theories in the whole show. What if Healer Han and Gwima are not two separate people at all, but the same person in different forms? Think about it. Han was already suspicious. The fake medicine, the strange photos, the demonic signs. If all of that was pointing to him, then it makes sense that when Gwima was defeated, Han also disappeared. So well, here's why Healer Han might not just be a side character. From the fake medicine to knowing the Saja boys before they were demons, to disappearing right when Gwima was killed, everything points to him being way more important than we think. So what do you think? Is Healer Han the final boss of the story? Is he actually the Demon King hiding in plain sight? Or maybe he is Gwima himself, just in another form. Or even crazier, maybe he's a high-ranking demon, the one responsible for signing new members into the contract. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this theory could change everything we thought we knew about Kpop Demon Hunters.